Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, your Master 3. Damn, that sounded like I had another stroke. Sorry for that weird intro. Well, this is going to be the top 5 of the month for the month of November. I know I'm very behind schedule with these videos, but I mean, that's how it is sometimes. So after these top 5 of the month of November and December, I'm gonna make the top 10 best and worst films overall that I've watched during 2023. So keep your eyes open for those videos as well. But now let's get to the 5 best movies that I watched during November. So at number 5 we have The Woodsman from 2004 with Kevin Bacon. A really great character study, drama type film. It's very I must say that Kevin Bacon did a great job at portraying this type of character because I can clearly see why some people you would just never ever get into this type of role because the role itself is very controversial. Um, I'm not gonna say anything more than that because I feel like the if you look this up on IMDb, which I urge you not to do unless you want this movie spoiled, because the storyline on IMDb basically spoils a very big part of the film, which takes place fairly later on in the film, even though it's implied earlier on. So yeah, I think that's really stupid that they just kind of spoil the film on the IMDb. But whatever. I mean, this is a really great film. So The Woodsman at number 5. And then at number 4 we have a film which I might have seen before, but that was probably when I was probably 4 or 5 years old, which is clearly way back in the day. Now that sounds like I'm some sort of old man, but yeah, you get what I mean. The Secret of Nim from 1982. Now I have seen. The weird thing about this film is that I think I might have seen it when I was a kid, but I do remember I watched the sequel a whole lot of times when I was younger, and I don't think I really took that for. I mean, I think I kind of didn't really understand that that was a sequel to an older film. Um, so I mean, I liked the sequel. I'm not sure if I would like it as much today because I've heard people bashing on that film so many times. But I mean, The Secret of Nim, I would say, is a really strong candidate for. I mean, this is a great animated film by Don Bluth. Speaking of Don Bluth, I'm actually planning to make a top 10 Don Bluth films once I get a hold of 3 other titles, which I've seen one of them before, but the other two I've not seen before. So that's going to be interesting. So if you're a fan of animated films and you're kind of sick of the Disney type of films in general, you go check out any of Don Bluth's films because I think those films are really great, or at least most of them. So yeah, The Secret of Nim at number 4. Then people are gonna probably bash on me for this one to put this on number 3 instead of number 2 or number 1, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's really hard to pick a favorite out of these 3, but at number 3 we have 12 Angry Men, the classic film from 1957. I think most people have probably already watched this film, so I don't really feel the need to discuss this anymore. It's basically about this these juries they're deliberating as to if they're gonna sentence this man to death or whatever. Very interesting, sort of a courtroom drama in a weird way, kinda. So yeah, really great film. I don't really need to say anything else. Great acting as well. So yeah, 12 Angry Men at number 3. At number 2, it is a film by James Cameron, which I think is very overlooked in a way. I know people. I mean, people are aware of this film, but I feel it's a little bit underrated if you compare it to some of his other films. But The Abyss from 1989, underwater adventure thriller drama. I mean, he has a really weird type of all kinds of genres mixed into it, and like James Cameron usually does. I mean, I think he makes these genres combine in a really good way. Sometimes that can just be a big chaotic type of production, but I'm not sure about the production about this one because I think there's 2 different versions of this film, and I believe I watched the director's cut version instead of the theatrical cut. If I'm not completely wrong about that, but yeah, great special effects, great characters. Really like Ed Harris's character. He's kind of like a complex type of character, but you really grow to appreciate his characteristics, so to say. But anyway, The Abyss from 1989 at number 2. And number 1 is a film which I might have seen the remake for when I was a kid. I believe it's a sort of a loosely based remake. I'm not really sure, but I remember I thought that was kind of decent. But this one was really terrific. And what do you know? This is a film produced by Disney, like I bashed on before. But anyway, this is the film called The Incredible Journey from 1963. I love cats and I love dogs. I'm kind of an animal lover in general. So I mean, this film just really scored all the points for me, so to say. Uh, yeah, I mean, especially the cat. I really fell in love with the cat, and I would say there's not really any. Okay, there's like one really like despicable character, which it's such a brief like a sequence, so you don't really care too much about it. But other than him, most of these characters are so likable and so uh, heartwarming, and yeah, that this movie just warmed my heart really. I mean, I really appreciated this film and the music and the environments and stuff, and the animal actors really great as well. So yeah, The Incredible Journey of Number One from 1963. Yeah, you can laugh at me all you want. I still put this like above 12 Hungry Men because this really like oh I love these animals. But anyway, that's the top five of the month for the month of November. Next is going to be the top five of the month for the month of December, and then like I said before, the top 10 best and worst films overall that I watched during 2023. So yeah, keep your eyes open for these videos that I mentioned, and see you next time. Bye bye.